Yo, what's up, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight, man? Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. Y'all, I love y'all, bro. Listen, uh, hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys meditate and connect in the source, bro. You know, we love you. We miss you. We want you to come home. You know what I'm saying? Quick shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love you, man. Shout out to the source. I love you guys. You hear me? Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my archangels, my angel guys, my demon guys, and my spirit guys. I love y'all, bro. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out to Trippy, everything. I fucking love all of y'all, bro. So what's up, everybody? It's Wednesday, y'all. Or Thursday. I'm sorry. It's Thursday, bro. Listen to me. It's fucking Thursday, bro. June 12th, y'all. 2025. Yeah, the rapture, bro. Right? It's 2:34 a.m., y'all. So first things first, right? Let me get the music out the way. Yo, what's good, my fellow alien brother? Yo, Mr. Shadow, how you doing today, bro? Good to see you, bro. I'm gonna play y'all some music real quick, bro, and then we're gonna get into some topics that I came up with that I want to talk to you guys about, right? Regarding God and spirituality and ascension and all the shit that's going on in the world, bro. So we're gonna get into that, right? But here's what happened. I recorded 3 more songs today. They're mine. They're all mine. These are for my album. I wasn't gonna give you guys anymore. I'm good, bro. I'm just chilling, enjoying. Nice, bro. Good shit, bro. So, whatever. I'm gonna give you like 2 or 3, right? Because I can. I'm gonna do it because I can, bro. And I love my music. I love my music, bro. This shit is getting better, bro. Check me out, Mr. Shadow. This is the one I didn't give you yesterday, bro. It's called Blazing, bro. Take 4. Take 3.
Yo, take 2. Let's go.
Yo, this is Sober Thoughts. Take 1, y'all. Worldwide release. Let's go. Sober Thoughts, y'all. What's up, everybody? We got way in the building. We got social in the building. We got the university in the building. We got trippy everything in the building. We love y'all, bro. Get ready, bro. Get out of my face, man. Frequency raising. Let's go. We coming good blazing. You know we amazing. Get out of my face, man. We coming with that universal knowledge. I said, come get that face, man. I had to come back and tell you it's real. Once you know the truth, bro, you can start to heal. All they try to do is steal what is inside you, man. Word. You a portal, man, you can't be killed. Though you high the skill, your body's the strongest will. You are the golden still. We can't compare it for the world. You're about to be thrilled. Everything I'm meant for you, yo, it's gonna be unfulfilled. You gotta know, bro. They was erasing. We coming good blazing. You know we amazing. Get out of my face, man. We coming with that universal knowledge. I should come get a taste, man. Frequency raising. We coming good blazing. You know we amazing. Get out of my face, man. We coming with that universal knowledge. I should come get a taste, man. Nothing's as strong as your will. Your mind is on a long word. Peace be still. Yo, put on like alone. Let your essence fill the air. It's real. Put on your headphones. Rock with the source, y'all. We ill. Bringing milestones, man. We really trying to chill. All we really want is rich. Shout out to Lou with Bill. Man, cookies in the house, so we about to grill. We don't take the windows house by the head of Brazil. Build me a house, y'all passing the daffodils. Get my palm trees up, yeah, we do this for real. Social about to fill my cup, you already know the deal. Lord, take the wheel. I'm about to have a fresh in the mail. Take a ride in my automobile, you know it's a road that we build. My energy's larger than life, man, bigger than Shaquille O'Neal. I'm about to become the hill, it's so surreal. Many haters, I was unconcealed. Frequency raising. We coming good blazing, you know we amazing. Get out of my face, man. We coming with that universal knowledge. I should come get a taste, man. Frequency raising. We coming good blazing, you know we amazing. Get out of my face, man. We coming with that universal knowledge. I should come get a taste, man. I can see through your lies. I can see you despise the Holy Ghost with the truth inside the way he resides. No thanks, why that is your power supply. Your well never runs dry. That's why they bring your energy. Call me Marty McFly. Cause I try to first dimension. You really should try. I do it with intention. I can eagle eye. I know your cheeks are clenched, but you can't deny. Yell about the revenge. With the information we provide. Don't take it out of context. Move your arms side to side. So this ain't no contest. You don't wanna collide, bro. I got the content. I am the God. I got sent by the one and only. Time to free all the badges. We like Bonnie and Clyde. They said we bring the refreshment. So always combined. This is our best investment. So step right up. Who is the next contestant? Frequency raising. We coming cause blazing, you know we amazing. Get out of my face, man. We coming with that universal knowledge. I said come get a taste, man. Let's go! Frequency raising. We coming cause blazing, you know we amazing. Get out of my face, man. We coming with that universal knowledge. I said come get a taste, man.
That was a full song, bro. Right, that's called, I call it Blazer, bro, but the name of the song is Sober Thoughts, bro. Sober Thoughts, bro. Right, my next one is called Portal, bro. This is called Portal, bro. It's only a verse, but I did do a hook. Sounds awesome, brother. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. This next one is called Portal, bro. Check it out, bro.
All right, Portal take 5, bro. All right, Portal take 4. This is Portal take 3. All right, Portal take 2. Yo, what's up, everybody? Y'all ways in the building. We got Source in the building. We got the universe.
This is my beats, bro. So I'm gonna release this
y'all, bro. Open the portal, y'all is head to another dimension. Yo, this is ascension. You know we blessed, man. Freedom is coming. You better get everything. Freedom is coming. You better get everything. Open the portal, y'all is head to another dimension. Yo, this is ascension. You know we blessed, man. Freedom is coming. You better get everything. Freedom is coming. You better get everything. Yeah, what's good? It's the body in the flesh. We out here putting demons to rest. You know that we don't mess. We passed all the tests. So now my soul's refreshed. We rolling with the best. Manifested my success. Better wear your best. Your niggas really possessed. You need to get some rest. Maybe you need to stress. Yo, we headed west. Maybe I should confess with the Lord God. We blessed. So this is what I confess. Get better and rest. You know that I finesse. My lifestyle is nothing less. I know it's hard to digest. Our energy is really compressed. They was trying to suppress, but nevertheless, we got the Holy Ghost, y'all. We come and express. Never address these fucking haters, y'all. They trying to make me stretch. Somebody make us spiritual rest. So you people open the portal, y'all. Head to another dimension. Yo, this is ascension. You know we blessed, man. Freedom is coming. You better get the repenting. Freedom is coming. You better get the repent. Open the portal, y'all. Head to another dimension. Yo, this is ascension. You know we blessed, man. Freedom is coming. You better get the repenting. Freedom is coming. You better get the repenting. You're looking really distressed. It's time to meditate. Words in the stillness. Yo, message, the time frequency, man. We gotta reconnect so we can have our desired outcome. Perfect the world, my manifestation, I project. Yo, nothing's perfect, so let's reflect. We was a system of slavery, proceeded to collect all your hard-earned money, y'all. This is suspect. This ain't going to check. Christ resurrect. We never overslept. We keep alive, our vision's correct. Yo, don't get that. Just maintain the respect, and you won't get wrecked. Coming at you direct. Y'all about to get wet. When I drop a cassette, y'all about to get wrecked. Coming at you direct. Y'all about to cassette. When I drop a cassette, and you won't get wrecked. Bro, open the portal, y'all. Head to another dimension. This is ascension. You know we blessed, man. Freedom is coming. You better get the repenting. Freedom is coming. You better get the repent. Open the portal, y'all. Head to another dimension. This is ascension. You know we blessed, man. Freedom is coming. You better get the repenting. Freedom is coming. You better get the repenting.
So that was called Portal, y'all. That was called Portal. That's another full name. That's on my album, bro. I got one more I'm gonna play for y'all, bro. It's called Praise, bro. Praise the Father, bro. Excellent. Thank you, bro. Y'all already know, repping the Galactic Fed all day, bro. All right, this is Praise, bro.
What you call this one, bro? What you call this one? Praise? It's called Praise? You praising God? Oh my God, I love it, bro. Can you press down on it? Yo, bro, this nigga, bro, he was praising. Yo, he called this one Praise.
I might play the other one too for y'all. Fuck it, bro. I don't care, bro. I got bad music.
Take 6. All right, praise take 4. All right, take 3. All right, y'all, praise take 1. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Y'all ways in the building, man. We got social in the building. We got the universe in the building. We got everything in the building. We love y'all, bro. Come by with us, man. Y'all already know what it is, bro. Let's go. Let me hear you say, praise the Lord. Let me hear you say, give me some more. Hell yeah, we about to soar, Yahweh. And I'm here busting down the door. Let me hear you say, praise the Lord. Let me hear you say, give me some more. Hell yeah, we about to soar, Yahweh. And I'm here busting down the door. Let's go. Told y'all I'll be back in the black. They really thought they could kiss my I don't really stuck in the past, but I flew right past the worry evolutionary. You're the light has been cast. The Holy Ghost said you should come take this class. If you wanna save the soul, you gotta complete the task. I'm in my UFO, dodging unseen attacks. That's why I put it on wax, Mark. I spit facts. There's no fear in my heart, man. Source you lack. I'm more than what the whole universe got my back. So let me have a snack. All these haters is whack. They don't wanna see me shine, but I found a hack. Reinvent this whole design, yo, we roll the facts. Without making me a sign, and beyond the jack. I'm about to combine the fifth dimension with the third time. I'm rising up my spine, you know my lyrics are stacked. I've been writing down my dreams, y'all, I'm on the incline. About to get on my plaques, no more standing in line. You know we never slack, we are energy, y'all, we prime. Get ready for blast off, a failing contract. You look at me, it's soft, I could lick my nutsack. I'm a giant, you a dwarf, word. I'm about to unpack with my DNA. Got you go like fan, this dude is really heavenly. This is not an act, this is pure energy. You better brace for impact, it's complimentary. You know that way we attract what is meant for thee. I got my soul intact, like it never be me. That's why you try to distract, it's getting too bright to see. Yo, this is a tag, they're gonna remember me. Let me practice how not to react to the bullshit that I see, or that I feel sometimes, y'all is vividly. I can feel your emotions, y'all, it's crazy. We are connected in ways you can't imagine me. You should really see what it is. Frequency you can see, y'all do it for your kids. Do it frequently, y'all work it off the pig. We can govern ourselves, disconnect to the grid. Pyramids near words, I feed in the ribs. They keep in your vibration, I would never fear. The goal is to grow. Let me place my digs, you know I got the flow. Steady smoking on mids, we made it through the snow. Although it was rougher than I could imagine, we still brought you the show. Cause we define y'all, and we raising plateaus. We do this for the love, never undergo. Our cup overflow, so we spread the love. Yo, my honestly soul, I'ma set everybody free, that's the goal. I'ma set everybody free, y'all, that's the goal. So let's go. Let me hear you say, praise the Lord. Let me hear you say, give me some more. Hell yeah, we about the sword, y'all. Way in here, busting down the door. Let's go, yo. Let me hear you say, praise the Lord. Let me hear you say, give me some more. Hell yeah, we about the sword, y'all. Way in here, busting down the door. So let's back right here, y'all.
I don't know why it does that, bro. This shit just be fucking randomly stopping, bro. I got one more called Win. This is called Win, bro.
Alright, man, take 10. Some shit. I don't remember. We're gonna do it right now. Let's go, buddy.
Alright, Win take 6. Featuring the Ghost. Win take 4.
I might have to re-record this one.
What's up, everybody? Y'all waves in the building, y'all. We got Source in the building. We got the universe in the building. We got Trippy everything in the building, y'all. Hell y'all, bro. Listen to me, man. All I do is win. Ever since I ran with it, I cleansed all my sins. Look at my name right above my chin. I live it again. We know with the Source, y'all. We always been. All I do is win. Ever since I ran with it, I cleansed all my sins. Look at my name right above my chin. I live it again. We know with the Source, y'all. We always been. The world's so cold, y'all. We wanna get out. Y'all might be hard. Now the story evolves. I'm always under control, but I suddenly go. All around the world, y'all. What's my story about? As I hit the road, only me never roll. Only me is exposed. We're really trying to evolve. No more in our vibration. Everybody got close. They always feeling their asses when they go and they stop. And you see this in their ass. They must be your fault. This information I know. They can see y'all all. But everybody alone. The universe is watching. You can call me Razor Ramon. I'm always dancing rock. Yeah, we got a new show. They can never block, man. They cover his block. Yo, we always rock, yeah. They rock the beat overthrow. Always rockin'. Yeah, we don't condone. All of this pocket. I'm about to sit on my throne. We ain't lockin'. I did it all on my own. The Holy Ghost knocking. Yo, I grew up around. We always shopping. You best watch your tone. I see a plotting. When I'm coming like a cyclone. Celebration is starting. I know your people are proud. But my sisters is driving. Leave you alone, yo. You know we got it. We know straight up how we shout it. Yeah, y'all highly doubt it. Never played fair. But our future got me routed. You can see my game, y'all. All I do is win. Ever since I went with it, I cleansed all my sins. Look at my name right above my chin. And let the devil begin. We rollin' with the Source, y'all. We always been. All I do is win. Ever since I went shit. Let the journey begin. We better put the search, y'all. We always did. Let's go. Let's go.
So that's it, bro. I gave y'all all 4 of them, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Right? So I got 7. I got 7 songs from. No, I got 6. I got 6 songs already that's polished, ready to go. This is the only song I gotta redo because it's too loud. It's too loud, bro. Like, you know, it sounds staticky and shit. So when I was listening to it in the car, it was too staticky, bro. So I gotta tweak the volume on it when I re-record it. So I'm gonna re-record that shit tomorrow, make it better, right? But in the meantime, I wrote 2 more songs when I was at work, right? So I wrote 2 more, and I'm probably gonna write 2 more in the morning, bro. Great job, bro. Thank you, bro. You know, I'm working hard, bro. I'm really trying, bro. Listen to me, shout out. I'm putting my heart and soul into this music, bro. You have no idea, bro. Like, this is how I wake up thinking about this shit, bro. You know, I wake up thinking about it. I dedicate my whole day to this shit, bro. You know, I do what I do. Like, I run around. You know, I don't stay home, bro. I run around, but I still, like, every time I walk through that door, bro, I come right in here, bro. I come right in here, I start recording, bro. And anytime I leave, I just go out there and I just start writing, bro. Every chance I get, I write, bro. I write. I don't care if I write 2 bars, you know, I'm writing, bro. And I write 2 bars, 4 bars, and I just keep it pushing, bro. I'm busy. But, you know, every time I sit down, it's right back to it, bro. You know, I write 2 or 4 more bars. But these just come out so fast. It's like, it's so easy to do, bro. So, you know, and I haven't even tapped into my history. I haven't even tapped into my life, bro. I'm just giving you high vibrational music. I'm giving you facts. I'm giving you facts of life. I'm giving you fact, you know, truth. I'm giving you everything in my songs, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my shit is gonna hit hard, bro. Just like me with John. Yeah, bro. You know, it's a passion, bro. I have a passion for it, bro. You know, I used to be a DJ, bro. I used to be real passionate about my DJing too, bro. And, you know, if I had a set of turntables in front of me, nigga, I'm a beast behind the turntables, bro. I know how to scratch like a motherfucker, bro. I know how to scratch, bro. That's what we used to do, bro. You understand? So I got a passion for music. I got a deep passion for music, bro. You know, and I'm just starting to tap into it, bro. You know, I'm figuring out my flows. I'm figuring out how, you know, how to stay on beat with these, you know, how to, you know, I'm figuring all this shit out along the way, bro. I'm just doing it, bro, right? You know, that's why, you know, instead of just, you know, going on BeatStars and taking beats and then releasing the music, I decided, because I got 50 beats, bro, I decided to just take those same songs, right, but put them on my own beats because those are dope songs, right? And I'm gonna release them shits on the album, bro. I'm gonna make a long fucking album, bro. You understand? By the time I go up to one of these to these labels to get signed, I'm gonna have like 15 albums ready to go, bro. Listen to me, I got 15 albums, bro. I got 4,000 dance videos, bro. I got so much content, bro, and I got so many lives I haven't even done yet that I have to do, you know, because I'm still doing my lives, bro. So no matter what, I got the content, bro. You understand me? I'm untouchable, bro. Nobody's on my level, bro. Nobody is, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you got going on, bro. When it comes to this shit, bro, nobody's on my level, bro. Right? So check this out, bro. Some weird shit be happening, bro. You know, that's how I know I'm blessed, bro. Listen to me. I was coming out of work. I came out of work. I went to the gas station. I went up to the register. I'm like, yo, bro, give me $20 on this pump. Give me a pack of cigarettes. Give me I got me a Starbucks cold coffee, right? I got me a Starbucks cold coffee and 2 blunt wraps, bro. That shit was like $50, almost $50, bro. So I swiped the wrong card, bro. I wasn't paying attention. So I swiped the wrong card, my card got declined, bro. And there was a dude standing there. He said, Bobby, don't worry, I'm gonna pay for it. I said, what? Bro, nah, chill, it's $50, bro. He's like, Bobby, I'm gonna pay for it. This nigga paid for it, bro. Listen to me, this nigga paid for it, bro. Then he gave me a hug, bro. He gave me a hug and he was like, have a great night. And he left. I said, yo, what the fuck? I said, I left this scratching my head, yo. I was like, yo, this nigga paid for everything, bro. He paid for my gas, he paid for my cigarettes, he paid for my coffee and my wraps. And all he bought was a pack of cigarettes. He said, give me a pack of Marlboros, right? He was a Mexican dude, bro. He was like, give me a pack of Marlboro Lights. And I said, bro, this nigga came in there to buy a pack of cigarettes and spent $50 extra, bro. He paid for all my stuff, bro. This happened at 2 o'clock. It was 1:30 in the morning. It was 1:30 when this happened, bro. This happened today, bro. I'm okay, bro. I'm still tripping off this shit, bro. Like, wow, bro. This nigga just spent $50 on me, bro. I don't even know this nigga, bro. Right? I don't even know him, bro. But you know, it's a good feeling, bro. It's a good feeling, bro. To know that people, you know, people are good people, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird, bro. Y'all want to hear some funny shit? The other day, me and Jordan was in the car driving, bro. I was driving. She was in the passenger seat. And we just driving on the highway, bro. We're going to buy some weed. And a deer comes shooting across the highway. Listen to me. A big fucking deer comes, but I know, I caught it off my peripheral, bro. So I caught it. I hit the brakes. Right? I didn't slam on the brakes, but I tapped on him because I saw him coming. So I tapped on the brakes. He ran across the car, bro. The car next to me wasn't so lucky, bro. Listen to me. The car next to me hit that shit, bro. That nigga's legs came off, bro. The deer's legs came off, bro, and he flew, bro. The car was total, bro. Listen to me. The car was completely fucking total, bro. This nigga was not moving, bro. That car was done, bro. I said, holy shit, bro. How did that happen, bro? Right? But me and Jordan sat there and watched this whole shit go down, bro. She was like, wow, how'd you see it? I said, bro, I got vision, bro. Like, I wasn't looking that way, but I could see it, bro. I can't explain. I could just see it, bro. I was like, oh, look at deer, right? Oh, look at deer. Let me step on the brakes. And I stepped on the brakes, bro. But I didn't see it directly. I just saw it out the peripheral, bro. And I said, oh, look at deer. And I stepped on the brakes, bro. Right? That is cool. Hell yeah, bro. That was cool as shit, bro. What happened at the gas station today was cool as shit, bro. That was highly unexpected, bro. That's $50 I saved, bro, right? Because I was about to spend it. I'm like, nah, bro, chill. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, chill, bro. He's like, no, don't worry, bro. I got you, bro. I'm like, I don't even know this nigga, bro. Like, all right, thank you, bro. I gave him a hug, bro. Thank you, bro. I love you, bro. Right? That was dope, bro. That shit made me feel so good, bro. Right? So, all right, where we at, bro? 22. All right, we could talk. I did get a message from GFL this morning before I went to work because I was curious as to, the topic caught my attention. They were talking about Los Angeles. So I wanted to know what they had to say about Los Angeles. And I listened to I listened to 3/4 of the message because I didn't listen to the whole message. But I did listen to 3/4 of it. So I could talk about a little bit of what they said, right? So what's going on over there is they're showing, if you look on social media, they're showing riots, they're showing protesters, they're showing police beating people, they're showing police shooting people with rubber pellets. They're showing all this crazy shit going on in Los Angeles, bro. Now, here's the thing. It's not happening all over Los Angeles. It's happening in small pockets of Los Angeles. Now, what the media is doing is they're focusing heavily on those pockets. And from what I understand, from somebody who lives in Los Angeles, said that the city's operating as normal. You understand? People go to work every day. That shit is not happening everywhere. It's not happening everywhere. It is happening, but not everywhere. You understand? So they're making it seem worse than what it is. It's not really that bad, bro. You understand? It is happening, but it's not as bad as they're making it look. They're making it look very, very bad. It's not that bad, bro. So with that said, what they explained, what was happening over there is the fact that the energy is so dense over there and there's so many people over there, and there's a lot of sleeping gods over there from what from the message, right? From what the message said. There's a lot of sleeping gods over there. And the energies that's coming in are so strong. They're starting to bring out the lower vibrations, right? They're starting to bring them out so that they can, you can face them and heal from them, right? So that's what's going on over there. They're healing. They're in the process of healing. So upheaval needs to happen in order for the healing to happen. So you could say this is the beginning stages of unity, right? This is the beginning stages of unity. It's going to take some shit to happen for us to come together. You understand? And from what I'm looking at, from my perspective, from my personal point of view, from my perspective, what I see going on with the military, being sent out to go against the citizens. Once this happens, this country becomes a dictatorship. You understand me? Your military is never supposed to attack the citizens under no circumstances, bro. You're supposed to be allowed to protest. You should, that is your right. You understand? You're not supposed to send the military after the people for protesting. If they're protesting, that's because something's wrong and they're complaining about it. And instead of fixing it, you want to attack them. So this is what your government is choosing to do. So my understanding of this is the government is going to deploy troops over there, right? And these troops are excited. They want to go fuck people up. This is what they want to do, bro. But do you understand this is going to start a civil war, bro? Because if you start attacking the people, if the military starts to attack the people, nigga, we got the right to defend ourselves. You understand? We have the right to complain if something's wrong, bro. You understand me? And if y'all don't want to help us, nigga, then we got to do what we got to do, bro. You understand that? But civil war doesn't have to be violent, bro. We could do this shit sitting in our homes. You understand me? We don't got to go fight. We don't got to go protest. We don't got to go do none of that shit. All we got to do is focus on self. Raise your vibration, bro. Raise your vibration, raise your frequency, because guess what? Once you activate, nigga, you're going to become unstoppable. You're going to be immortal. You're going to be something they can't touch. You understand me? And you'll be able to govern yourself. And that's what they don't want. They don't want you to govern yourself, bro. They want to govern you. They want you to remain a slave. But I refuse to allow this, bro. You understand me? I'm not going to be a slave. Fuck these niggas. I was a slave for over 30 years. They could suck my balls. You understand me? I'm done being a slave, nigga. If I'm more than the body, then I'm going to become what I'm supposed to be. Because if I'm not this body, bro, let me be me. I want to be me. I don't want to be this body if this is not my body, bro. You understand? I want to be me. I want to be me. That's it, bro. You understand? So if I'm that little speck of light, then let me be that, bro. Let me float around like an orb. If that's what I am, bro. You understand me? So with that said, that's my goal. That's something I'm going to do. I'm going to do it, bro. There's nothing that's going to stop me, bro. You understand that? So with that said, bro, God is a huge part of this process. God, I'm not doing this alone. I don't know how to do it. You understand? I don't know how to do it, bro. God's teaching me how to do it. The aliens are teaching me how to do it, bro. The Galactic Federation is teaching me how to do it. These messages that we give every day are teaching me how to do it, bro. You understand? Me going into meditation is teaching me how to do it. Me sitting outside and getting sun and grounding, bro, and putting my intentions and my focus on that is doing it, bro. You understand? This is stuff that matters. It matters, bro. Me holding my highest intentions for the world, that matters, bro. You understand? Because I love everybody. I care about everybody, bro. You understand? So, I maintain those beliefs. I maintain those vibrations. I maintain those thoughts. I maintain those hopeful outcomes, right? And, I want world peace. I want freedom. I want complete, total freedom. I want to be able to be creative 24/7 without have to worry about, damn, I got to pay my light bill. Damn, I got to pay my, you shouldn't have to pay nothing, bro. You didn't come here to pay that shit. You came here to be free. You came here to learn. You came here to explore your creativity. How can you do that if they got you focusing on everything else? How are you going to focus on your creativity if you got to go to work, bro? Explain this to me, bro. How, bro? And then how can you sit there and focus on your creativity if you don't make enough money to pay your bills? You constantly got worries on your mind, bro. And they did this to you on purpose, bro. It's purposely done to keep you in a vibration, to keep you in worry, to keep you in fear, bro. Y'all understand me, bro? So this is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I gathered. This is what I gathered from everything I've been learning, bro. And it's important for you people to understand that you're way more than what you believe you are, bro. It's really fucked up that they cloned us. I really feel bad for the clones, bro, to be honest with you, because they don't, they don't know any better, bro. Now there's clones out there who know what the fuck's going on. I want to say they're part of the elite or whoever's running shit, right? They know what's going on, bro. And, they shit on their own. They shit on their own, bro. They don't give a fuck about nothing, bro. You understand me? These people don't care about nothing, bro. Life doesn't matter to them. They just want to maintain control over you. That's all they care. That's all they care about, bro. You know how many people they'll kill to get to you, bro? They'll kill as many clones as they need to get to you, bro. You understand me? Because they don't matter to them. Now, you matter to us, right? Just because you don't matter to your own doesn't mean you don't matter to us. We understand differently than they do. You understand? They're trying to maintain some kind of, they're trying to maintain some kind of control. They want to maintain slaves. You understand? We don't want slaves, right? What they fear is that we're going to flip the tables on them. This is what they fear, bro. We're going to activate and we're going to make them the slaves. And they don't want to be slaves. right? But meanwhile, you want to have slaves. So explain this thought process to me, bro. You gotta explain your thought process to me because I don't understand how you want slaves, but you don't want to be one. You understand? It doesn't work like that, bro. So, some people are realizing that there's nothing they can do and they're stepping back. And, they're going to crawl in their bunkers, right? They're going to go hide. They're leaving, right? They don't want to be involved, right? And that's fine. If that's what you choose to do, do it. You understand? Then you got people that want to participate. You got people that go, oh shit, this is really happening. How do I do it? I want to be a part of it. And they're going to join in. You understand? They're going to help us, they're going to help us help the planet evolve, bro. They're going to help us excel to the next level, right? And then you got people that's firm, firm in their beliefs. They believe in that God that's outside of them. They believe that somebody's going to save them. They believe, something's going to pop out of the sky. They don't understand that I'm here. I'm here in the flesh, in the physical form, and I rose from darkness. I rose from darkness, bro. You understand? I was in the dark a very long time, right? I was down there, bro. I was down there. I was all fucked up, bro. Right? But I made it out, bro. I climbed the fuck out, bro. And I'm long gone from that life, bro. You understand? So those people need to understand that, the gods are already on the planet. We're already here, we're just sleeping. We're just, our pineal glands are calcified. They continue to poison us with this food. Right? They continue, everything that you eat or drink is in one way or another modified against what you need. So you need to understand this. This is why they stress to us to drink pure water from the earth, bro. That's very important. I'm not saying go up to a random lake and get water, but if you can climb a mountain and go to a part of the mountain where you know for a fact that no people come from and there's a fucking waterfall, you could fill up a couple of jugs and take it home. Just like I did, bro. We drink pure water here, bro. You understand? Because that's the way to go, and I'm learning how to fast, right? I don't eat much anymore, but I really don't. As much as I would like to say I had a cheeseburger today, I didn't. I haven't. I don't even eat white rice and sloppy joe no more, bro. I don't eat ground beef at all. I stopped eating ground beef. Now, if you guys know me, you guys know I love ground beef, bro. I could eat ground beef all day, every day. You understand me? But that's not a part of my diet anymore. I'm not allowed to eat that anymore. And I understand why. Because that's making your body heavy. You're not supposed to eat dead animals. That shit lowers your vibration, bro. If you're eating a dead animal, you lower your vibration. God doesn't want you to eat nothing of the sort, bro. Nothing of the sort, bro. But they gassed you up, bro. They told you to give thanks. They told you to give thanks for this dead animal. They told you to thank God for this animal sacrificing its life so that you can eat, which is bullshit, bro. That's fucking bullshit, bro. God would never tell you to do that, bro. You understand me? So that's grooming, bro. That's something that they instilled into you, and they want you to believe in that. So a lot of people do because they don't know any better, bro. But when you come over to spirituality, you start to learn that every single life matters, bro. I don't even kill ants anymore, bro, because that's a life, bro. You understand? That's a life, bro. I don't give a fuck how small it is. I don't care how, it may mean nothing to you, but it's a life, right? How would you feel if giants was walking around just stepping on people? Right? Fuck it, bro. They don't give a fuck. The people are little. They're little people. They don't matter, right? But you're people. But you do matter, right? You want to matter. Now, if you had giants walking around, you wouldn't want to get stepped on, would you? So how you think the ants feel? The ants are smart as fuck, bro. They're fucking geniuses, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro. You ever watch the ant farm, bro? Them niggas is geniuses, bro. They communicate. Nigga, they do everything we do. Everything we do. But, what do you guys do? You guys go over there and pour hot lava into their ant holes, into their ant cities, and you fuck them up. You turn them into stone. Just like you did to the people that's under the ocean. You turn them into fucking stone, bro. This is all these clones know how to do, bro. And they want to keep modifying shit. They're trying to create a God. You can't create a God, bro. How you gonna create God, bro? God is the creator. You can't create another one. Are you out of your fucking mind, bro? But these people are not smart, bro. They're really not, bro. Right? And I'm gonna stop blabbing my mouth, bro. I'm gonna get into the message, bro. I know me, bro. I could talk all day, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. All right, so this is the one I saw. I'm not gonna. I do have a new one. Okay. All right, so look, this message is going to come from the Andromedas, bro. Right? So it's going to come from Zook. Right? This is channeled by Felipe Brennan, bro. And it's inspired by the channel of Felipe Brennan. Narrated by Zook if you watch it on GFL Network. And in you guys' case, it's going to be narrated by me, by Yahweh, bro. Right? The question was, is the split completing now? And the description is breaking. The 4D split has advanced, right? So they're going to talk to us about the 4D split. You know, before we go to 5D, we got to go to 4D. Now, my understanding is 4D is a small transition. We're not going to be there very long. It's just something we have to go through to get to 5D. But we're going to transition from 3D to 4D to 5D. You understand? But the transition from 4D to 5D is going to be way faster than the transition from 3D to 4D. You understand? That's my understanding of it. But we're going to find out right now. So, greetings, friends. I am Zook of Andromeda, and we, the Andromedans, greet you in the crystalline embrace of the infinite source. From our vista, we observe the grand planetary separation has moved beyond theory and into palpable expression. Two vibratory currents now spiral distinctly through your collective field. One rises like a silver helix toward radiant union, drawing souls into crystalline embodiment, limitless creativity, and harmony with the fifth dimensional architecture of benevolent co-governance. The other, anchored by inertia, densified memory, and unprocessed fear, coils more tightly around collapsing timelines that recycle limitation. This divide is not verdict or punishment. It is magnetism revealing itself. Your planet's core resonance has advanced into a higher band of galactic song, and in that advancing note, all of that sings concordantly is lifted, while that which vibrates discordantly drifts into its own echo chamber. Feel into this now. Gaia's ascending melody is calling every particle of your being to decide whether to harmonize or to repeat the old refrain. Humanity's divergence has clarified beyond reversal from our observation. Post and crystalline dimensions, two collective spheres, spin rapidly apart. One glimmers with expanding auric hues. Its inhabitants include exuding unity, innovation, and reverence. The other vibrates in dense hues of gray and crimson, cycling through narratives of survival and authority. This is not nationalist, religious, or ideological division. It is frequency-based divergence, accelerating under cosmic law. Hear this without fear. Every soul retains the Creator's love, yet experiences will now reflect chosen resonance with increasing immediacy. Among the ascendant sphere is a radiant vanguard is emerging through meditation, breath, and consecrated stillness. These beings have ignited their crystalline architecture. They are becoming self-regulating vortices, channeling divine blueprint into Earth's grids. During quiet nights, they meet in dream temples to synchronize, share codes, and distribute luminous algorithms across continents. Many of you reading these words are of this emerging vanguard. Feel the confirmation ripple through your heart. Your alien's labor anchors futures for grander than any headline. Conversely, those spiraling into contractions face escalating instability, dissonance in mind, body, and community. They cling to crumbling structures as though solidity will still resides there. Scarcity, illness, and rigid dogma intensify, not as condemnation, but as magnified mirrors, urgent recognition. Know that the offering unsolicited rescue can entangle you in their whirlpools. Offer instead your steadiness, your example of sovereign calm and unconditional compassion. From a safe distance in a daily life, you will notice conventional chasma attempts to discuss unity with someone fixed to separation. Many feel like streaming strings across dimensions. Let this not discourage you. Simply inhabit the frequency of sacred silence. Watch judgments dissolve. Every soul will awaken according to divine timing. Your mission is to honor your vibrational lane and offer gentle signposts when solicited. Within the ascending current dwell the light carriers, those of you who have said, agreed as your soul mission to embody in pure presence. Your auric matrices has been glowing, nodal points through which Vast rivers of photonic data enter Earth's grid. Each breath you take in conscious alignment amplifies luminous circuitry beneath your feet, stabilizing the planetary field. You may notice the tingling of plasma threads within your cells, the sense of walking in invisible out sunbursts, or the effortless manifestations of easeful synchronicities. These are confirmations that advanced source codes have fused with your biology. You are not only survivors of worldly turbulence, you are the living infrastructure of a benevolent reality. As you move through your communities, you seek coherence, sometimes through a word of kindness, other times merely through the silent radiance flowing from your heart center. Recognize the magnitude of this service. With every step you imprint light geometry upon the physical plane, offering the map home for any wanderer, ready to recalibrate. As your mastery deepens, manifestations itself evolves into a sacred triflame. First, divine intention arises, a transcendent spark of clarity birthed from your crown. Second, divine magnetism unfurs in your heart, bathing the intention in golden currents of unconditional affection. Third, divine expression anchors through your action, allowing quantum matrices to reorganize matter in obedience to balanced purpose. In this mode, petitions to a remote power cease. Instead, you enter collegial dialogue with your oversoul, co-designing reality through harmonic resonance. Observe how latency between thought and form shortens a desire, aligned with the creator's virtues, glide across the quantum sea and crystallize with graceful certainty. Your responsibility is to steward thought, feeling, and deed as a unified chord, trusting the higher self to orchestrate outcomes beyond the reach of linear planning. Simultaneously, a cohort remains captivated by the architecture of survival. Their creative force, filtered through lenses of scarcity and suspicion, spins realities of constriction. These realities feel tight looping and self-validating, each worry birthing evidence to justify its persistence. Know that these souls are not forsaken. They journey through the dense learning halls in which unintegrated fears echo. Until clarity dawn, their collapsed spirals may accelerate turmoil. Yet within every contraction lies the eventual longing to breathe freely. The karmic mirrors now intensifying around them are invitations to glimpse the expansive sky beyond perceived walls. You, as anchors of neutrality, need not enter their cycles. Your role is to stand as radiant examples, demonstrating that another vibrational choice is available. Be aware that mass consciousness operates on a holographic feedback chamber. Collective fears projected outward, scope atmospheric climates of unrest. The storms in news feeds and streets are externalized replicas of unseen turmoil within. When enough hearts misidentify with fear, the hologram densifies until discomfort triggers inquire. Eventually, the pressure of miscreation cracks its own casing, releasing a surge of revelation. You witness such cracking now. Each shock wave on your planet, economic, environmental, social, is a rupture through which high clarity is sleeping. Hold compassion for those inched in the maze. And remember, the Creator never withdraws love. It is human perspective that projects absence. My dear ambassadors of awakening, recognize that the present moment is a cosmic juncture, unparalleled in your current lifetime. You stand within a multidimensional corridor where each breath is an irrevocable declaration, contraction, or expansion. Gone are the days when one could drift in half, chosen neutrality, waiting for outer events to guarantee passage to higher reality. No emissary in luminous robes will descend to collect you. No solar eruption will transport unconscious minds into paradise. The surge many of you have named the solar flash is neither an emergency exit nor punishment. It is an inner ignition, synchronized with the crescendo of photonic frequencies, now bathing your planet, designed to amplify what already lives inside each heart. Imagine a chamber of pure crystalline fire surrounding Earth. Within that chamber, every unspoken fear, every unclaimed dream, every dormant code of light is illuminated at once. In such radiance, nothing can remain hidden. Each soul's auric field begins to glow, either with the elect silver hues of surrender or with the shadowed haze of resistance. The vibration you stabilize in these hours determines your orbit through this chamber. If density clings, you will feel it heat as discomfort urgent. Release. If courage guides you, the same heat becomes a holy combustion, lifting you into unprecedented luminosity. To become combustible with light is to trust the architecture of your oversoul so deeply that you abandon the survival scripts inherited from ancestral echoes. It is to affirm again and again that life in its essence is conspiring for your liberation. Stand therefore at this axis point and choose to breathe as the presence you have always been, to act from the expansive pulse that whispers yes to inner authority. The divergence is not coming, it is moving through your nervous system right now, calibrating every cell to either spiral upward or loop within limitation. Consciously bless those who select contraction. They too serve by revealing paths that no longer resonate, and then turn inward. Ignite your sovereign furnace of love and step fully into the orbit of expansion where your light body writes new constellations across the human story. We observe how this bifurcation is crystallizing two collectives with accelerating clarity. The first, which we call the soul-guided ones, radiate from the inside out, forming lattices of diamond gold, light that interlace across continents. These beings no longer absorb chaos. They transmute it through unspoken prayer, lucid stillness, and disciplined joy. They are becoming self-regulating vortexes of divine intelligence. Their eyes shine with calm conviction, for they have merged personal will with galactic blueprint. Around them, probability fields soften, spontaneous harmony erupts in what others call coincidence. The second collective is ensnared in the circuitry of fear experiences. The inverts, unable to digest the increasing photonic nutrients, they react with heightened control, illness, and ideological rigidity, reinforcing the very frequencies that anchor them to descending spirals. This is not condemnation. It is vibrational mathematics. A system choosing entropy must exhaust its stored momentum before the next awakening window opens. Already you can see social structures framed, belief systems clashing, and old securities evaporating. Yet take heart, for even this upheaval is under the governance of universal love. The collapse is surgical, exposing infection so that authentic wholeness may rise as stewards of new earth. Frequencies. Your task is not to duel with the descending matrix, but to embody a resonance so coherent that distorted grids dissolve upon contact. Each morning, attune to the diamond, platinum, and crystalline rays streaming through your sun. Let them carve pathways of serenity through your spine, weaving circuits of gentle electricity that signal to the cosmos. This vessel stands ready to anchor paradise. As you do, remember the disappearing middle path is simply an invitation to unwavering alignment. Ambiguity is a luxury. The current frequencies will no longer sustain you. Either safeguard your inner altar of neutrality or you amplify turbulence by reacting to it. Choose the governance of silence over the drama, the sovereignty of kindness over the argument, the majesty of presence over performance. In this sacred stance, you become a living scroll upon which the future is written, a testimony that amidst global crossroads, a human heart can house the entire cosmos and call it home. In moments of global upheaval, your stabilized aura become a planetary acupuncture needle, channeling source, elixir into pressure points. You do not require institutional titles or platforms to discharge this task. A single conscious breath offered in loving witness can harmonize a square mile of discordant energy. Feel into it your lungs. Now inhale diamond light, exhale serenity. Each seemingly modest act adjusts electromagnetic lattices far beyond your immediate awareness. Earth's evolution does not hinge on heroic rescue. It unfolds through millions of small, steady emanations of balanced consciousness. Stand, therefore, as immovable pillars of serenity. The cosmic symphony is crescendoing. Celestial alignments accelerate, drawing Earth into an upgraded harmonic node. Planetary rotation, tectonic hum, and atmospheric pulse synchronized with photonic tides, streaming from galactic center. Those whose rhythms remain dissonant may sense dizziness, temporal disorientation, or exponential vertigo. These sensations are not doom. They signal disharmony seeking resolution. Anchor your attention in the radiant sun of your heart. Visualize roots of light descending to Earth's crystalline core and let outer velocity swirl around your unmoved center. Trust that every surge is ultimately calibrated to elevate collective frequency. With each incoming light wave, dormant strands of your genetic symphony awaken. Dreams may birth with luminous symbols. Sacred geometry might appear behind closed eyes. Past life memories could drift through. Daylight moments. This is the return of soul memory, the unveiling of your interstellar lineage and timeless mastery. Understand your future is not arriving from afar. It is unfurling from within. You are the stargate through which cosmic tomorrow enters terrestrial today. When vertiginous waves of energy ripple through, place a hand upon your chest and affirm, I am the portal, all is well. To inhabit the ascending earth and body its vibrational signature before external confirmation appears. Smile at strangers, even when headlines scream division. Give generously, even if budgets warn restraint. Speak prayerfully to water before it touches your lips. These simple radiant demonstrations instruct the quantum field. This is reality now. As more souls adopt these living affirmations, the brittle frameworks of the past quietly dissolve, unable to withstand the frequency of heartfelt grace. Revolution is thus supplanted by graceful revelation. Discernment grows paramount as vibrational divergence widens. Energetic mismatches will feel obvious. Fatigue in certain conversations, heaviness after certain media exposures. Honor these signals. Release guilt over relationships or affiliations that no longer resonate. They served until now. Bless them and step onward. Seek coherence, people, places, and practices that expand inner spaciousness. Let intuition eclipse intellectual debate. The compass now is the subtle drumbeat of soul, whispering yes or no in the silence of your being. A new constellational leadership arises. Luminaries who teach through presence, not persuasion. They are farmers of frequency, tending their internal garden until it overflows, nourishing others through silent transmission. Should you feel the inner pressure guiding you towards such embodiment, breathe into it. Leadership in this era is not a podium, it is a steady flame. Those near you will feel your radiance and recalibrate themselves. Words may come or they may not. Your luminous coherence is instruction enough. Dearest companion, the collective stands upon a decisive axis. Each soul is selecting contraction or expansion, whether consciously or by default. Solar emissions you anticipate are not exits. They are ignition sparks, revealing what already lives within. Ask yourself, am I prepared to combust into light? Do I grant my oversoul full governance of this incarnation? If fear still lingers, cradle it in love. Acknowledgement. Then invite it to yield, to trust the cosmic nudge that has become a cosmic wave and it is creating now. Stand tall in your heart. Choose your orbit with courage to anchor steadfastness, immerse in frequent stillness. Enter the sanctuary of your heart. Breathe and abide from that seat. Observe world events as transient images upon the screen of consciousness. Do not resist. Recognize error stands on no eternal law. It evaporates when seen through the eyes of source. In this divine non-resistance, you access quiet power that softens turmoil without combat. Neutrality is your golden shield. When explosive stories ignite collective outrage, pause and ask, does reacting uplift my field or drain it? The crystalline corridor welcomes those who respond, not react, who illuminate, not inflame. Your poise, neutrality, permits the higher grids to operate freely through you, dispersing harmony into tense pockets of planetary consciousness. The comfort of middle ground slumber fades swiftly. Polarization into love or fear grows daily. Energetic numbness dissolves like frost under the morning sunlight. Choose with transparency, contraction or expansion, sleepwalking or wakefulness. Your selection programs your reality at quantum speed. As plasma rays cascade upon Earth, your light body blossoms into primary operating status. Feed its silence, gratitude, and wonder. Let all wash your nervous system in soothing quantum tones. Routine stillness calibrates yourselves to new Earth bandwidth. External rituals assist only in so far as they maintain internal coherence. Presence is the master key. Many luminous souls falter by chasing external drama, believing activism equals ascension. Dear ones, engage where your heart leads you. Never trade vibrancy for relevance. Broadcasting outrage seeds, only more static radiate stability anchor. New grids, the old, Stability anchor new grids. The old matrix cannot be fixed by wrestling it. It is dissolved by outgrowing it. Your celestial kin observe respectfully, upholding spiritual law. They assist by relaying energy packages in dream time, by whispering intuition during meditations, by holding a ring of radiant potential. about Earth. Their aid flows freely into vessels free of lower attachments. Clear your field, and assistance amplifies. Every serene choice resounds. When you opt for peace amid clamor, harmonic waves surge through humanity's energetic lattice. Warmth across your skin, tingling down your spine. These are signals. Your stabilizing resonance is active. Stand in this awareness. Know the simplicity of breath and smile unlocks galactic wave of grace. Finally, live each breath as an emissary of divine light. Select joy over tension, spaciousness over clutter, simplicity over complexity. Prepare a meal with devotion. Take a step in reverence. Exchange words in kindness. These humble acts ground ascension. Frequencies faster than global decree. Light is accelerating not through catastrophe, but through your everyday radiance. What begins within you now foreshortens centuries of struggle in the cosmic ledger. Grace triumphs not forced, but by steadily unfurling brilliance. Yours, beloved crystalline pioneers, we invite you now to explore an interior sanctuary vast enough to cradle galaxies, yet subtle enough to reside in a space between two heartbeats. Enter this sanctuary through conscious stillness, a living silence that is neither absence nor void, but a radiant fullness humming with the external. As you cross the unseen threshold of breath into hush, you discover that stillness is not a passive state, but an exquisite orchestra of divine frequencies. There's the mind's habit of cataloging injustice, misfortune, and looming unknowns, loses its gravitational pull. Illusions of crisis, corruption, and collapse dissolve like morning mist. For in this silent expanse, they have no vibration to cling to you. You become a luminous sphere of recognition, perceiving error as a mirage projected by collective conditioning. Thoughts of scarcity, judgments of self, and other projections of doom are all shadows cast by errant imagery. Sitting in the I am radiance, you witness their edges melt their stories unscripted until only the pure spark remains in that moment. You experience divine non-resistance, a stance so magnificently receptive that the very fabric of reality rearranges itself to mirror your tranquility. You are not transcending the world, you are embodying the cosmic heart inside the world, allowing the banter of duality to subside until only the singular pulse of source remains. From this interior citadel, your presence becomes a harmonic stabilizer. You notice your nervous system harmonize with the quiet roar of the universe and the crystalline grids that parent your light body. Respond with shimmering waves of coherence in daily life. And this translates to sovereign neutrality, an ability to read headlines without adrenaline, surges to walk through emotional wildfire without inhaling smoke, to feel compassion without collapsing into pity. When a charged conversation or troubling image appears, you pause, breathe, touch the radiant stillness, and let that field answer for you. No worry, no worldly rhetoric can stand unchanged in this glow. The moment divine presence permeates your awareness, the earth melts, not into destruction, but into pliability, ready to be sculpted by a higher intent. You become both sanctuary and sculpture, transmitting a peace so palpable that even chaotic environments subconsciously recalibrate around you. Each silent breath thus becomes planetary acupuncture, releasing tension from the collective body and inviting dormant potentials to bloom. From this stance of embodied stillness arises sacred neutrality, the sentinel guarding the portal to higher timelines. Neutrality is not indifference, nor the lukewarm refuge of apathy, newly stripped of its camouflage. It is a laser pure recognition that light remains unmoved by reactive static. When the global narratives masquerade as urgent alarms, neutrality keeps your heart in harmonic phase, locked with creator intelligence. It positions you at the 0 point of unlimited response, where choices arise from resonance, not reflex. In this neutral radiance, you bear witness to the disappearance of the middle ground that was once comfortable, valley of delay, where one could oscillate between love and fear without real consequence. Planetary frequencies now surge in amplitude, magnetizing each soul toward either contraction or expansion with astonishing speed. Sacred neutrality is your compass, and this acceleration allowing you to sense instantly which thoughts, alliances, or pursuits lift you into remembrance and which anchor you in collapse. The nervous system that partners with neutrality opens to streams of diamond, platinum, and crystalline rays, living silvers, and auric golds that flood the etheric corridors of your body, temple. As these stellar currents pulse through spinal gateways, a new operating system comes into activation. The light body, this radiant circuitry responds not to external rituals, but to inner resonance. It stabilizes when you inhale wonder, when your speech is gentle, when your schedule leaves room for unrestricted bliss. to nurture this activation. Practice daily immersion into awe, gazing at dawn's first color, tasting water as if for the first time, sensing cosmic breath, moving the leaf outside your window. Such moments are not luxuries. They are calibration codes ensuring that your physical form can seek the voltage of the new earth. In the weeks ahead, solar flashes of information and emotion will amplify. Cultivate neutrality now, and each surge will glide through your field as luminous music, reorganizing your reality without disorienting your senses. Remember, you are not here to quell darkness by force, but to emanate such sanctified coherence that distortion falls away for lack of resonance. The rescue mission of the past dissolves. The age of radiant embodiment dawn stand. Therefore, as the luminous axis of your heart live the stillness, wear neutrality as a royal mantle, and let your every breath affirm, I am your living horizons where the heaven kisses earth. And by my serenity, this world is made anew. Right? And that was a beautiful message, bro. I really enjoyed that message, bro. So shout out to Zook. Shout out to the Andromedans. Right? Shout out to Felipe Brennan, bro. That was beautiful, bro. I love y'all, bro. Shout out to the Galactic Federation, bro. That was beautiful. I'm going to leave it here, y'all. Right? Mr. Shadow, have a beautiful day, bro. Have a beautiful night, bro. Right? Everybody else, God loves you. Universe loves you. I love you, bro. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, bro. I love y'all, bro. Have a great day, bro. Hell yeah, Mr. Shadow. I'm going to see you tomorrow, bro. Have a good night, bro. I'm going to sleep, bro.